Hey guys, we're going to talk a little bit about intervals, how to write them, and how to identify them. We're going to start with perfect intervals. And the only intervals that can be perfect are 1, 4, 5, and 8. Well, obviously 1 and 8 are pretty easy. It's either going to be a unison or an octave. So today, right now, we're going to talk about the 4th and the 5th. You'll see I have an E flat here. If I want to write a perfect 4th above E flat, the first thing I have to do is count up 4. When I start counting, I start with the actual line or space that the first note is on. 1, space 2, line 3, space 4. So my note is going to be an A of some sort. Now I have to decide, do I leave that A alone, and is it a perfect 4th when I do, or do I have to adjust it in some way? And the way I determine that is based on the lowest note. What is the key signature for E flat major? Because E flat is my bottom note. So E flat major has B, E, and A flat. If I want something to be perfect, I have to make sure that it fits the key signature of the bottom note. Well, I just said E flat has B flat, E flat, and A flat. Therefore, I better make this A flat if I want it to be perfect. Let's try another one and do a 5th. Let's start with A. Again, I'm going to count up 5 from A. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That would be an E something. I'm going to say to myself, what is the key signature for A major? And it's 3 sharps, F sharp, C sharp, and G sharp. This E, therefore, is not sharp, it's not flat in the scale of A major. It is natural. So to have perfect, I leave it natural, and I'm finished. Now I'm finished. And we'll talk further about what happens if it's not perfect. If it's smaller or if it's larger, further apart, then what that becomes. And we're going to do that right now. No, I'll tell you what, let's go to major and minor next. Because we've only dealt with 4ths and 5ths that are allowed to be perfect. So you say to yourself, well, what happens to all the other intervals? Seconds, 3rd, 6th, and 7th are either major or minor. So we're in treble clef, and let's say we're in the key of E. And I want a major 2nd above E. I do it just like I thought about with the perfect. I count up 1, 2. I say to myself, the key signature for E major is 4 sharps. And we already know if it's 4, then it's F, C, G, and D. This is an F. If I want it to be major and fit in the key, I have to make it F sharp. And now it's major. Let's do a 3rd. I'm starting on G. I count up 3. 1, 2, 3. The key of G has 1 sharp. It's F. B is not one of them, so everything else besides F would be natural. Therefore, this is a major 3rd. Let's do a 6th. Start on D. Count up 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's a B. The key of D has 2 sharps, F and C. B is not one of them, therefore I have a major 6th. go with A flat. And I want a seventh above. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It's a G something. The key of A flat has B flat, E flat, A flat, D flat. G is not one of them. Therefore, I have a major seventh. Now, how would I make something minor? First off, I'm going to go in bass clef. A perfect interval will never ever be minor. So fourths and fifths can't be minor. But seconds, thirds, sixths, and sevenths can. So this time, starting on, let's say an F. Remember, I'm in bass clef. I want a minor sixth. Well, I'm going to first think about it in major. And I'm going to count up my 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's a D something. In the key of F, B is flat, and that's it. So right now, I have a major sixth because that D fits in the key. If I want it to be minor, I have to lower it a half step from the major. Therefore, this becomes D flat. Let's write a minor third. And let's start on D. Count up 3. 1, 2, 3. In the key of D, there's an F sharp and a C sharp. This is F. So if I wanted it to be major, I would put the sharp beside it. If I want it to be minor, I have to lower it a half step from the major. So instead of it being F sharp, it would be F natural. And just for the heck of it, I'm going to go ahead and put that natural sign beside it. Let's write a minor second. Let's do it from C. Count up 1, 2. We already know that C has no flats, no sharps. Therefore, right now I have a major second, but I want it to be minor. So I lower the top note by a half step and I have a D flat. And the last one, a minor seventh. Let's do this one from E flat. Count up 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. The key of E flat has B, E, and A flat. D is not affected in the key, major key. It stays natural. So I have a major seventh. I want it to become minor, so I put a flat on it. The next lesson, next tutorial I'll do, we'll talk about augmented and diminished intervals. Good luck, guys.